This is just a quick unboxing of the new Trent CarbonPak. It features a 12,000 milliamp hour battery inside it. And let's go ahead and open this thing up. You can go ahead and pause that and read it if you need to. That's just all the features of it. It has one port for tablets and one for smartphones. So one charges at 2.1 amps and one charges at 1 amp. Again, it has a capacity of 12,000 milliamp hours at 3.7 volts. It is the NT120C. It features an additional 45 hours plus of talk time. Let's go ahead and open it up. Alright, so in the box you have this right here, and you just flip it over. A little micro USB cable for charging it. Very nice, considering most phones that are Android use this little micro USB charger. And here is the actual pack. Some quick instructions. You can go ahead and pause that as well if you need to read it. And then I'll flip it over to the other side and let you read that as well. It's got a protective layer over it, which I think I'm going to go ahead and leave it on for now. Let's hold this down. It's got 4 lights on it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing along the sides or the back. The front is where you have your charging right there in the middle, micro USB. And then you have your 1 amp. Well, let me turn that around. You have your 2.1 amp for tablets, or like the Note 2 requires 2 amps, so you can use that for the Note 2, and the S4 requires 2 amps as well. Well, it doesn't require it, but the normal charger that comes with it is rated at 2 amps. So you can use that on it if you want to, or you can charge it slower at 1 amp if you want, if you have a Note 2 or a S4. For every other phone, you'll just put it in the 1 amp. And you can use this, plug it in there and charge your device, and you can use this to also charge it. Now, I will be putting this thing through a lot of use over the next few days, and I will come back with a review of this. So what you just saw was the unboxing, and I got the device on the 23rd, and then I left and went on a little vacation in Tennessee to visit family, and this thing came in handy so many times. It is the new Trent PowerPak. It is called the model number is not actually on it, so I will put it up on the screen in text and let you guys see it. But I'll have a link to this in the description of the video you're watching right now. Just click the link below and you'll have a link to this. This thing is awesome. So you press the little button. It's got 4 lights telling you, 4 means it's fully charged. 3 means it's mostly charged. 2 is half full. And half full, half empty, whatever. Half full. Then 1 means you're almost dead, and then it no longer charges anymore. And while it's charging, it actually lights up. Like if you had 2 bars, you will see like the 3rd one flash, and when it's full, when that's done, then you'll see like the 4th light flash until none of them are flashing and all of them are lit, and then it's full. So it's pretty awesome. It's very clear on how much battery you have left, and while it's charging, how much not like how much longer it's going to last, but an idea of how full it is. And okay, I put it on there and it had 1 bar left. Now it's the 4th bar is flashing, so it's almost charged. I'll just check back in a little bit. It does take a good minute to charge using a 5 volt 1 amp plug that you'll normally find like with the HTC One or the Galaxy S3 or all those phones that come with the little chargers. That'll charge this just fine through this little front micro USB charger. And then, as you saw in the unboxing, you've got one that's 2.1 amps and you've got one that's 1 amp. The 2.1 amp will easily charge the HP touchpad, and it'll charge the Galaxy Tab 2 7-inch. That's a 2 amp charger. It'll also charge the Nexus 7. It won't charge the freaking Transformer Prime because they're stupid. Whatever. You have to use the charger that it comes with. It's frustrating. I'm almost done with the freaking Transformer Prime. And then it's also got that 1 amp charger so that you can take a little, we'll go with the 1 amp one. And keep in mind, it's very easy to charge 2 things at one time. Like for instance, we'll plug in this 2 amp one, and then my Note 2 requires a 2 amp charger, so I can just plug it into the bottom of the Note 2, and then so that's on there. And then the HTC One requires a 1 amp charger, so we'll hook the other one up into it. Okay, so we have both devices plugged in. On the actual charger itself, it does not start charging until you press the little power button. You start pressing the little power button, and as you see, the phone just lit up, and this one's got the little red light at the top letting me know it's charging. That's just an emergency alert. So you can charge 2 devices at one time. I can put up a little video right now where I was in Tennessee, and this little hero had signed on 7 that I put on it a while back, and Team Wind Recovery now has Torb Recovery for the HTC Hero. So using Goo Manager, I installed, it was an older version, but it was still Torb Touchscreen Recovery, and I have my Note 2 tethering to the HTC One and giving it internet access to download Torb Recovery, and it had touchscreen recovery on the HTC Hero, so that was pretty cool. Anyways, both phones charging off of this one charger, so you can use the 2 amp on a normal phone, but please keep in mind that's like using a 15-minute AA charger. You're going to charge your batteries way fast, and it wasn't meant to charge that fast. So please, if you have a 1 amp phone, use the 1 amp part of it. If you have a Note 2 or an S4, use the 2 amp one. It's 2.1 amps. So this thing is a lifesaver, and I cannot honestly recommend it enough. I want to thank Trent for sending this out for a review. This thing is a lifesaver. My car, once I turn the key off, it no longer charges my phones. Once I turn the key off, it cuts all power to the 12-volt power port on the thing. There's 2 different ones. It cuts power to both of them. So if I turn my car off to go in the grocery store real quick, my phone's not charging. If I don't bring my phone with me, then I could miss an important phone call or whatever reason. You can stick this in your pocket, and you can also stick this in your pocket as well. You can have your phone charging in your pocket with this little thing. Or you can just lock the doors in your car. Like with my car, once I turn the key off, I can't charge my phone anymore. I just put my phone into this, turn this thing on with one little button press, and it starts charging my phone. I put it under the seat or in the glove box or whatever, and while I'm in the store or while I'm doing whatever, my phone's charging in the car, and I'm not using my car's battery. So this thing is a lifesaver. You can charge your phone and a friend's phone. You can charge 2 different phones. You can charge a tablet and a phone. It's 12,000 milliamp hours. A lot of power. I fully charged a Note 2, and then my wife's Galaxy S4, and a couple other phones. And I think there was still about 2 to 3 bars left in this thing. This is incredible. I highly recommend it. Links to it will be in the description of the video below. It is a big bell. It is a pretty big boy. It's pretty thick, and it weighs a good pound, which isn't a bad thing. I mean, I like a big battery because I like to have my phones charged. Like, Trent also has this little 5,000 milliamp one. It's good for about 1 and 1.5 charges of like the S4 or the Note 2 or whatever. So this is the little guy. And then this is their 7,000 milliamp hour one. This will charge the Note 2 and this is a 2.1 amp and a 1 amp. I have a separate video on that, so I'm not going to do like a review of it. But so this thing's pretty cool. They have 5,000, 7,000, and a 12,000. They even have a suitcase, which is 13,500, I believe. So no matter how many devices you have, no matter how big the battery in your device is, get the one best suited for you. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I got a couple videos of the Nexus 7 that I'm going to record right after this one, and I'm going to have them uploaded over the weekend. I'm going to start editing them tomorrow. This is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out. Gotta charge them all. The Nexus 7 is soft bricked. It's stuck in a boot loop, so that's why I'm not charging that at the moment. I can fix it real easily though.